Hi, Patrick here, and welcome to Instant Customer TV. Today we have a special show where we're going to explore life coaching and transformational coaching. And to do that, we have a special guest, Liz Walton, and I want to welcome her. So, Liz, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Wonderful to be here today. Thank you.
Yeah, and it's great to have you here, and we're looking forward to asking you some questions and get some great answers and ideas, etc. So I'll start maybe with the first question that might be on people's minds watching this now, and that is, what is life coaching?
Okay, what is life coaching? So for me, coaching is about being quite aware and apt about listening, about watching, about looking at what conversation is happening, and really helping the client to make lots of changes willingly and wantingly so that the patterns that weren't working for them start to become the patterns that are working for them. So they start to change their old patterns that they're thinking and believing, and releasing what isn't working for them, so that then they can have that freedom to look at what's going on internally, so that they can start to create what's new, what's helpful to help them move forward.
Okay, great. That was succinct and clear, so thank you for that. So then people might also be wondering, and I'm wondering as well, so why do people go to a life coach? What inspires them to take action and go to a life coach?
Okay, so I like to call it transformational coaching, or especially the work that I do, because it's really transforming from a person where they are now to where they want to be. And usually people come and see me, let's say, when they're sick and tired of being absolutely sick and tired. And what I mean by that what I mean by that is they can be in a place where they're unhappy, stuck, frustrated, and sometimes even depressed. And a catalyst has happened and has made that pain so much that they need to move forward and do something about it. And so that's when they're ready to find someone like myself or a life coach.
Okay, great. So what can people expect out of a life coaching program? So they decide, like, okay, I feel I need to make a change, I need to make a shift, I want to transform my life or transform an area of my life. So what can they expect when they go to a life coach or go through a life coach program, or, as you said, a transformational coaching program?
Well, yeah, of course, because they're about to transform. So I like to have an analogy of, we're all born as these amazing diamonds. You know, we all shine. We're amazing, gorgeous diamonds. And we're born as beauty, as truth. And then life happens, and as we grow up, stuff happens, and it gets attached to us, and we tend to lose that diamond because it gets stuck in the middle. And all of this stuff, all these new ideas and stuff, that we just grab onto them and make them the new belief and truth. And so as we grow up, we think that we have to grab outside of ourselves and bring it in to make us feel better. And the more we do that, and it can be all sorts of things, we realize that still doesn't make us better. And the truth is, we have to let go of this bit. We have to let go of that bit, and let go so that we can come back and remember the truth of who we are, that diamond, letting go of the veils that were never meant to be there in the first place. So what can you expect when you come to see a coach is, by releasing those old thoughts, ideas, beliefs, and concepts, you can come to truth and to happiness. And what that means is, you start to be, well, I start to be more happier. That means that their relationships are more happier. They live in a much more happier and less stressed sort of environment. And the benefits are huge, because your whole life starts to change. You transform in mind, body, and soul.
Wow, that's great. Sounds really exciting. And I'm thinking, all right, so people watching now, and they want to take action. So they want to go and contact a coach. They want to maybe contact a transformational coach. So what are maybe 2 or 3 things they can think about when hiring a coach? Like, what kind of advice would you give someone who wants to contact a coach to make sure that they're getting, the right coach for them?
Okay, good question. So, okay, I'd say that the best thing to do is, well, there's a couple of things. So, first of all, start seeing around your friends or your family, are they using a coach? Because it's always great to get referred, and I get referred an awful lot. Then it's good to have a look on their website. What's going on with their website? Is that something that you can identify with, that you can interact with? Is it something you feel comfortable with? You know, does that person have all the qualifications? Also, a big thing is that has that person had the journey of change? I mean, I know for me, a big reason of why I do what I do is my healing, my journey, my change. So I have a complete and utter understanding of what it's like to be way back there to what I am now, which are two completely different people. So that's a good thing to be aware of that journey. And then I would say contact, go and see the person, because when you meet someone face to face and you sit down, is that someone you feel comfortable with? Is that someone that you can interact with? And, you know, give them the information so that it's possible for the individual to change. You know, I would say those are big things to look at and to be aware of.
Okay, great. That's great advice. So if you're watching now and you've got some great advice now, so if you're looking to take action and get a coach or thinking about getting a coach, there's some advice that you can look at. And if you didn't have time to write it down, you can always rewind and do it and take action. All right, so great advice, Liz. Appreciate that. So I know that you are very successful in your own business and in your own coaching practice, coaching business, and you're facilitating great change and results with your clients. So what is your approach? I know you mentioned transformational coaching, and maybe can touch a little bit more on that. So curious to know.
Oh, thank you very much. That's very kind. So, okay, so when you come and work with me, I sort of work it in 3 different steps. So first of all, on the whole, I get referred, so people either call me or email me. And with that, I would say come and have an initial consultation. And this allows me to connect with my client and also my client to connect with me. You know, so first of all, I need to make sure that my client is ready for change, because some people can want change but aren't ready for change. And there's no point coming to see somebody like me or any other coach if you're not really ready to have the change and make the changes that you want. And are they open to being coached? You know, are they open to make the changes that they want to as well? And likewise, is the client ready to work with me? Do I make them feel at ease? Is there somebody am I somebody that they would like to work with? So that's usually the first step, making sure we have that rapport and that it's time to move forward. Then also I like to find out where they are now and what's the problem now, what's going on for them now, why they want to see me. And then where do they want to be? You know, what is it that they want to achieve? Where do they want to go? What are their most dreams, hopes, and desires? And what I look at is the gap. What's going on in between? So everything that's stopping them from getting where they are, that is what we work on. Okay? And by exploring the gap, I get to find out, you know, what's happening and where they need to go. So I like to say I'm the pill that works, and the side effect is they get all they want, their happiness, their goals, their achieves, and they get to think in a much more happier, global, just happier way. And they get to have all that they want, learn new tools, new resources, and, you know, just be all that they can be, which is, you know, basically my passion, help people be all that they can be.
That's great. Sounds like a great pill to take. And also, just to summarize, so I got it correctly. So one of the things that you do is that you really get people to be clear about where they are, get really clear about where they want to be, and then look at, you know, what is the gap between those two, and then exploring this gap. And by exploring the gap and handle it, you create those great results with your clients and facilitate that. Is that sort of on the right track?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the program. The program is looking at this gap and moving forward. Because once we get clear on the gap, then I know that I can definitely help them. And so that creates that session. And then that's what we do without the program. We work on that gap and basically start to allow all of those things to fall away, to disappear, so that there becomes no gap. So by the time they're finished, they've got all these new tools and resources, thought processes, and new ideas to realize that they are and have always been everything that they needed and wanted.
Oh, fantastic. That's really cool. Okay, great. So people are watching now and they want to take action, like they want to contact you, they want to get in contact with you. And in order to do that, I'm just wondering if there's anything special or some incentive you want to give them or something you want to say for those people who are watching now and they want to take action because they're frustrated where they are, they might procrastinate, they know they have a goal but they're not doing anything about it, or they might even feel like they're they feel stuck, or maybe stuck in a job that they're not liking, or don't know what their purpose. So there might be many different reasons, but they want to contact you now. They feel ready. So is there like an incentive offer or something you want to say to them?
Oh, absolutely. That would be great. Yeah, great idea. So basically, look, if you're feeling stuck, if you're unhappy, if you're frustrated, perhaps even in the deep, dark depths of depression, but you're ready to do something about it, please, please, please call me, email me, because perhaps I can help. And what I would like to offer you would be a first free session where we can find out what's going on. We can start to have a look at that gap, where you are now and then where you want to be. And we can start to look at what's going on in the mind, why we might go to anxiety, depression and anger, and start creating some positive, healthy steps to get you back on track and where you want to be. And so yes, I'd love to offer that. So please do contact me if it's the right thing for you.
Okay, great. So Liz is offering here, so if you're in the thought process right now and you want to take action, you want to take your life to the next step, next level, you want to take that next step because you're feeling frustrated, or there's more you can achieve and have in your life and be, then contact Liz. You have the details below. You can either call her on the phone number below here. You can also email Liz at liz@lizwalton.org. liz@lizwalton.org. Was that correct, Liz?
That's right. Yeah.
All right, good. So contact her now and get your life to the next level. Explore, as she said, you can do a free session, no obligations, and just see if you connect and if it's the right thing for you. So thank you so much, Liz, for being here. Is there any final words you want to say?
Well, final words are thanks very much for having me on this today. And secondly, we were all born to be the best version of ourselves. And the best thing we can do is be the healthiest person we can be, because then that ekes out into every single part of our friends, our family, and even people that we just might meet. Because who knows who you might touch without realizing it. And my most favorite saying is, by Gandhi, be the change you wish to be. And so the more you are that change, everyone else can be that change too. So I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks, Patrick.
Thanks, Liz. So if you want to be the best you can be, use the details below. Contact Liz now. Thank you all for watching, and thank you, Liz.
Thank you too.